God, it's spring. It's not spring. What am I saying? You see, I've got it on the brain. These to me are like the spring trends, the key spring trends that I am personally looking at and I want to get involved with. So keep watching this video. But my personal favorite is the trend towards the bucket bag. It's still there. It's about the structured bag. I think like this one. You know how I feel about my Topshop bag. Love this so much. Got it last year and it's still one of my favorite little buys that I found. In terms of that trend for spring, I love the, okay, I'm going to butcher the spelling of this, so you lot have to help me. The stayed or the stowed? Which one is it? Or is it either? Anyway, I'm going with stowed, which is probably wrong. It's called the Bisette. I love that. I think it's good. Well, I'm obviously going to love it because I love this one. So if this didn't exist, I would have got the stowed. It comes in at $350. So it's sort of like that mid price range where it's that sweet spot, I call it. It's not like a cheap bag, but it's not like a very expensive bag either. The leather looks beautiful. It's smooth. It looks, oh, anyway, I've recommended it before on a blog post. I'll link that blog post for you below. And my girlfriend Daria, she actually got this same bag. She has it in the burgundy color, like an oxblood. Sticking with the stowed, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I know I'm butchering it. They came out with a macrame version. The tan is the one I've seen the most, but they came out with a pink one recently for spring. Pink is a massive color for spring. So that ticks off 2 in 1, structure and the color. Anyway, why am I still holding this? I don't know. Also, I noticed that Topshop brought back their wildly popular, kept going out of stock version of the Jane Birkin bag, that straw bag with the arch handle, the lid. If you must have been living under a rock to have not seen that bag last year. Anyway, it came back in stock, so I will link that for you below. Everything is linked for you below anyway. But I thought it was great just to add in because a lot of people are still liking that bag. And I personally do like it, although I've got my belly full of straw bags, I think at the moment, from between St. Lucia and vintage bags that I own. But I thought it was a good one to throw in there because, like I said before, structured bags are still, in my opinion, one of the key trends that are still moving forward. Good way. I feel like pink for next season has been made into a way that it's not sort of sugary sweet. You're starting to see it, but taken in a masculine or much more contemporary fashion. So i.e. a men's shirt, or look at these Nikes. I saw these old school style Nikes. How much are they? They are $70, which I think is a really good price point. Very, very classic looking. Good update to your sneaker wardrobe. Actually thinking about getting them, so I don't know. So this ticks off 2 boxes in 1 again, which is Western inspired looks. That is another trend that you're seeing for the next season. And I saw this shirt from Topshop, beautiful. This Western inspired shirt comes in at, I think it's $68 for it. I really like that 2-tone look and that slightly oversized collar and the contrasting buttons. I think that's just gorgeous. And look at the back of it as well. I think it goes around the back. I also like the material of it. I think this is a great shirt. And again, it's got that dusty pink color on trend and it's got that Western influence coming through. But it's not so literal that you feel like a cowboy. And sticking with Western influences, I saw these also on the Topshop website. Is these cowboy boots, these Arizona boots. They are $180. Great color as well. Cream or white kind of boots, I think, are another trend that I'm spotting for spring. You clash that white or cream colored boot with anything you're already wearing, almost like with this, you know what I mean? So you basically pair it with what you already have. This to me is a good update. I've also seen they've got it in black, but my eye is going to the cream version of it. I feel that's much fresher for you. Mango has also come out with them. I've also, there's a couple of other designers that are coming out with them. And I think that over the next few days and weeks, you're going to see more and more from various shop houses are going to come out with them. Sticking with the Western trend, Chloe, the designer, is known, I think, as being that one name or brand house, luxury-wise, that really kind of encapsulates the feeling of spring and summer. And this season they came out with a strong Western inspirational style, and I just loved all of it. I just tend to love like Chloe's aesthetic anyway. And I'll show you some inserts here of some of the images that I saw from the runway, which really appealed to me. And you're starting to see that the actual pieces coming out on Net-a-Porter especially. But just be inspired by that trend. If you are like me, inspired by it, I went with these gammy boots. Now you guys have seen these already before a couple of times. God, I love these boots so much. There is not a day that I have not worn these and not got compliments. They are just fantastic. I got them in a size 41 if anyone is thinking about them. I just love the Cuban heel, the slightly squared off toe right there, and just that glossy finish. That is just, oh, there's everything to me. I just think they're so gorgeous. I'm wearing them right now with jeans because it's very cold, and that was how I planned to. But when spring comes along, I'm going to start switching out the jeans and wearing skirts and dresses. Just go with the clash, I call it. So you juxtapose something like this with a flowy kind of dress. But again, it's that same sort of Chloe vibe that they come out with. And the Western boot, yes, it's very in at the moment, but it's one of those things that's just always going to be around, at least for me in my aesthetic. I've talked about aesthetics for you before. An example of that is I have these from Topshop. Now I have had this boot for about 4 years, maybe ish, something like that. And every time I wear them, they get compliments. If you're that kind of girl that loves the Western vibe, this is perfect for you this season, at least for the next season, because that is what is trending at the moment. But at least for me, I know it's something that I will always wear because I've always loved them. All about my boots. I don't know if you lot know, OG followers of my blog will know I have Western, actually, you know what? Let me just show you what I'm talking about, hold on. So OG followers of my blog, you lot already know how I treat my cowboy boots. I have these boots and they were originally knee high and I cut them and I've worn them instead just like this. Now I've noticed that Saint Laurent has a version, not of this particular boot, but they've got the whole principle of just a raw edge cut. Look at this. I saw this and I think I showed it on Instagram stories about 3 weeks ago and I went, look at this. And then look at the price they're charging for it. Just go to vintage shops, try them on. I prefer the ones in the men's section, but that's just who I am. And just look to cut them. Oh, and also you can get the tips added on if you want. That's something which I think looks really, really badass with any of your clothes. Anyway, I think I've done enough about the Western influence for the next season. Okay, so sticking with pinks, I saw a couple more things that I really like the look of. One is this dress. Look at that. Can you tell me where this dress is from? The long sleeves, the cuffs, the slight like uneven hem, and it's long and it's drapey. I don't know. Again, this is one of those items that I kind of thinking about getting. It's in my shopping cart. Okay, I'll stop. I'll put you out of your misery. This dress is from Free People. Not as cheap as chips, but it's not like Isabel Marant price either. But I think this, to me, when I was just mentioning about Chloe, this is the vibe for you with this dress. With any of those boots, just put them on with, obviously, well, not these are sold out. But, you know, with like these boots, I would wear them with this. Now, sticking with pink, I also saw this I think it's Pointel, I don't know, sweater. It's from Urban Outfitters, and this comes in at $29.99. So it's not like breaking the bank with this one. It's really soft, and I'm seeing that coming through for spring. I could see this as a beautiful tucker into anything that you got. Okay, so jewelry. Gold is coming through really strongly for spring. And with the earrings, you're seeing a trend towards thicker type of hoops, like tube hoop earrings. Now look at these ones from Mango. Again, this is something that's actually in my shopping cart right now, and I think these are great. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They're much thicker. They're not that thin hoop earring that we're used to seeing. That sort of in-between size. My ones are actually twisted. Let me see if I can come in and show you. It's one of those pieces that's now trending for the next season. It's not like about a big circumference, it's about a medium size hoop earring, but it just works and it just kind of freshens up what you've already got. Another trend for the spring is the color yellow. If you just want to sort of toe dip into it, you could just pick it in a pair of tinted yellow glasses. Ray-Ban do the best, in my opinion, aviators, but I picked up this pair from, believe it or not, Beacon's Closet, and they're a little bit different and they have that yellow tint to them. They aren't quite aviators, but they're sort of like they a bit remind me of the Acne Spitfires, and if you don't remember those, yeah, they're a little bit crooked, aren't they? It's just a way to just update, a tweak, but in the right direction, what you've already got, but for spring. I saw these ones listed by Topshop. I'll show you a picture of them here, and they remind me of these as well. It was so cool. There's a picture if I can find it for you. Very similar to what I've got on my face right now. Now, sticking with the Western influence, I saw two jackets that I personally loved the look, but you could just stick with like a denim jacket, because denim jackets are essentially have a Western vibe to them. At least I think they do. Just a classic one, like from the men's department, like I always tell you about. Anyway, I've got to stop talking about other stuff. My brain like digresses into like, it's like tentacles from Stranger Things, which I've been getting into, by the way. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm digressing, but I've got one more episode of season 2 to watch. All right, I just had to get that in there. Free People has this stunning jacket. I believe it's suede, in this beautiful chocolate brown with brass gold studs. This is oh my god, when I saw this I thought, like my eyes went just like that, my head just went like this is just great. This is obviously an investment. If you're buying something like this, you get this, it's staying with you. This is like the find that you can't get in a vintage shop, when you've got an idea of what you want and you just can't for the life of you find it. It's that nod to Western. I feel like this is the kind of jacket that you would expect to find in like the Isabel Marant or Etoile collection. On the screen here you can see a less expensive version of that Western statement jacket, and it is from Topshop. I loved the color combination. That's what drew me to it the most, that kind of like olive color with that deeper indigo. I think that's such a beautiful, what is this? Whoa, oh gosh, Karen's got a new sign for you. Well, it's not a new sign, it's an old sign, but for me, I don't usually do that on YouTube. Let's mark this one in the calendar. Another item that is in for next season are Mules. Sticking with the pinks at the moment. I saw this one from Shopbop. It comes in at, oh, how much? $99 for these ones. Not too bad at all. Yeah, so I saw these and I thought these were great. I love that it's like that baby pink color, and it's suede, it's kitten heel, it's got that kind of V-vamp on the foot. Topshop as well has the Juliets, which need no introduction because I have them right here. Where are they? They're somewhere. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I'm just gonna grab them. This is a high-low moment. I ordered the Topshop Juliets. We didn't get the green because I didn't like that shade of green. It looked a bit too light. I wish it came in a darker green. More on that in a moment. I'm sure you've seen this online already. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to keep them, but I wanted to at least show you them in comparison to, I ordered the Balenciagas. Now, this video has now ended as far as like my spring trends are concerned, and I've segued into my biggest dilemma: the Topshop or the Balenciaga. Okay, so I'm going to do a comparison for you so you can just get an idea. For the Balenciaga ones, they're called the knife shoes. Most people who don't like them, it's just the fact they have a very extreme point. Now, that's not really bothered me because I've got long, narrow feet. And so I asked you on Instagram, you should just do a comparison between the two. So what can I say? The toe front for a start. It's much more elegant, if you like, on the Balenciaga ones. These ones are a bit sort of wider, if you can see, like across here. The heel is a bit different. It's a straighter heel. This is like it slightly curves in. Quite like the fact that they did it with the Topshops though, because I think that's like a nice update. I got the ones with this on them on the back because I like the idea of being able to keep it on my foot. I just like the security of having this. Actually, I've been able to like push it in and it disappears and you can wear it like that. But anyway, I like that. Sizing, I got these in an 11.5 US sizing, which equates to a UK 9. Okay, this is the Topshops I'm talking about. And they actually fit, they're $68. I'll put the price of the Balenciagas on the screen for you. Obviously, biggest difference of all is the price. I have not worn either of these out because, believe it or not, I'm still deciding. I know you've seen me wear these last week's video and styling it out with a gold skirt, but that's literally the only time really that I've worn them. I have not worn them out because I still don't know if I should be keeping them. The color of them is not coming up on screen. I'll actually insert a picture to show you what these Balenciagas look like in person. It's like aqua green on screen. They're not. They are a deep emerald green. I took some of you with me on Instagram stories live into the Balenciaga uptown in Manhattan when I tried on this color and the cobalt blue. I couldn't decide between the two and I ended up going with the green. I know this is gonna sound weird, but with my hair color being like this like golden kind of brown color, I like the idea of wearing like this kind of color, like a green with the color of my hair. I know I took my hair into consideration. And yellow is a color, a key color as well for the spring season. So I thought that this green would go much better with any yellow pieces. And you know how I feel about mustard already. Yeah, with my Topshop mustard yellow blazer. Oh my God. Oh, anyway. God, this is supposed to be a comparison. So the fact that my heel hangs over, and this is the biggest size that they come in, so I'm stuck really. I tried them on for Michael, because he's not into fashion at all. So sometimes I just like to get the opinion of someone who's not into it, like oblivious, and just say, which one do you prefer? You know, unaffected opinion, and he went, those, Balenciagas. He didn't know what they were, but he said, the green ones. Hands down. It's like if you were unaffected like Michael was and you didn't know what was more expensive, which would you go for, then I think that is something you got to sort of keep in mind as well. But they're both really good. I would recommend them. Like I said, these ones to me run a half a size small. So I'm about to show them on now so you can see. The moment of truth. Okay. Here are the Topshop ones on me right now. The heel is actually hanging off a little bit on them. In real life, when you're walking about, they're going to be slightly loose on the front so you can feel comfortable. But look at the heel. See what I'm talking about? Look at that. It just hangs off the back a little bit. And that's with them at their most comfortable, how I would realistically be wearing them. The toe is a little bit more forgiving, but it is a little bit wider as well, if that makes any sense, like on the toe box area. But it's a gorgeous purple. I really do like that color. Let me just switch to the Balenciagas, a classic slingback. Yeah, but this is the look of them. So what do you lot think? Oh, the comfort factor. I knew there was something I was missing. Because I have long, narrow feet, these aren't pinching my feet at all. They actually feel fine. I've not worn these out. I've only worn these a little bit around the house on carpet or on these rugs. So yeah, so this is what they are on me. Tell me your honest opinions. I know that a lot of people are like, no, these Balenciagas are way too pointed. One more time. Okay. Like I said, they are a little bit, my heel is coming out on these ones. Bit more contemporary looking. This does feel extremely comfortable. And my foot just slips in very, very easily. But you know, like I said, I got weird feet. I haven't seen any bend in the shoe, but that's because I've not worn them properly, like I've said before. This is them from the side. And we do one of each. The Balenciaga and the Topshop. I think the heel on this is my favorite thing about the Topshop ones. Plus I like that dark purple color. But I feel like the color of the green on this, like I said, you're not still seeing what it really looks like. It's so much darker, but I'll insert cutaway so you can see. Here are the shoes one last time. I really hope that this helps you guys. Everywhere in between, price point wise, there are Mules. So there's one out there for you. And that is it. That is just like my top spring picks at the moment. I'll link below to the blog post that I did. Just have fun with it. It's all fashion, isn't it, at the end of the day? Oh, I'm going to be in Italy this weekend. I actually take a flight this Friday evening from JFK, and I'm going to be in Milan for a long weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday. It's actually a press trip, so be sure to follow me on my Instagram, and you'll be able to see on my Instagram stories especially what I'm getting up to and what I'm seeing. You'll be able to like come with me to Milan. So enjoy your weekend, my loves, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.